Good afternoon. My name is Carlos Carvente, and I am 11th grade at Dominguez High School. I'm currently working on the project that explores the role of cultural tradition, why their matter, how they shape identity, and how people navigate the chaos and change around them. I'd love to learn from your experiences, and it seems special because you come from a different background than mine. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Uh, how do you pass the tradition in your family or community?
We pass down traditions in my family by just simply doing them and continuing to do them with the next generations.
Okay. How do traditional practice in your culture reflect the values or beliefs on your ancestors?
And so the way that our traditional practices in our culture reflect the values or beliefs from our ancestors is just a way of just seeing how they were with their kids or with their people, how they got together and hung out, just as we do today, and we get to really see how they were as a people.
Okay. Uh, do you think young people today you understand the many big your cultural tradition? Why or why not?
Yeah, I think they do. I think definitely our traditions aren't very different from other people's traditions. And I think that overall they do get the main message, which is just spend time together as a family. And I think all people have the same tradition.
Can traditions or meetings prevent progress or cause conflict? Can you have an example?
Oh, yeah, so traditions can sometimes prevent progress, maybe in the sense of where we don't try anything new. And it can cause conflict, definitely sometimes where people don't agree on how certain things should be done. And I don't have an example actually, but if I were to think of any, it'd be maybe with just disagreements on how certain things should be handled in the family.
Okay. Have you ever been misunderstood or just because of the tradition from your culture?
Yeah, actually, I have been misunderstood in one occasion where someone didn't really understand why our culture did something a certain way or why exactly they did this tradition, but it wasn't anything to misunderstand for. It was good,
Uh,
just a little confusion.
okay. What advice you have to some trying to understand and respect another culture's tradition?
The advice I would give to someone trying to understand and respect another culture's tradition is just keep an open mind for the certain way that people can be. Not everyone is exactly the same or wasn't raised in the same way as everyone else. So they can have different viewpoints on certain things that you do. But just the best thing I could say is just keep have an open mind and just be respectful of what people grew up believing and doing.
Okay. It is possible to create new traditions that reflect today's values. Can you think or the example?
Yeah, I think it is possible to create new traditions that reflect today's values. An example maybe I could think of is instead of, instead of just doing the normal average thing, a tradition that you can create on your own would be maybe a type of gathering with a family or a type of way of celebrating a certain holiday. And that would really reflect on the new values that we get in the new generations by like amplifying them into the way we do our daily lives and celebrations.
What do you think makes a tradition worth keeping or worth letting go?
I think what makes a tradition worth keeping is the impact that it has on people and your culture. If it's a positive impact, then of course it's worth keeping. And if it has a negative impact, then I think it's worth letting go.
Thank you so much for sharing your times, stories, and perspective with me today and learning a lot about what tradition can shape identity, connect generations, and sometimes we create changes. Your insight have why me deeper you understand of me important is the honor the past why think creative about the future. I truly appreciate your opinions and the wisdom you shared with definitely help my project and me reflecting. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.